So, this is Asibonge Sosibo. Good evening, this is Asibonge Sosibo. I am here to explain my code. So, basically, this is the main code for the part one. So basically, this does it prints out the message to the user to welcome them. I guess I need to remove part one, but this is a message basically welcoming the user to the application, and this inputs, this outputs, as I should say, what the user will see when opening the application. And this this is the logic of the the personal details for the user. For instance, this is where they'll enter their first name and last name, and this will appear after the user has entered all these details, and if they reached and they followed all the instructions given, then this will appear for them to register. So this is the registration phase. I use the boolean, and this is where the user will register. This is what the message is going to be displayed. This is the message is going to be displayed for the user to enter, and the user needs to follow this instruction that was prompted for them. If not met, it will need to start again. We'll get to that shortly. Same for the password. The password, they have to meet the requirements: 8 characters, capital letters, numbers, and other special symbols to enter the password. And for the phone number, here the assignment did say that it has to start with the +2, the national +2 number, which is basically a 0, but they were specific that we must add the +2 and then enter the number. The user has to enter as given. If not, then it's going to give an error and it's going to loop back, and the user will have to redo it correctly. After that, when everything is properly done, then the user will be asked to log in. Let me just. So this section is a validation pass. If the user, excuse me, if the user didn't follow all these rules or what has been said here, or if they did, they'll be moving on to this section where the application is going to show them if they did do it correctly or not. For instance, here, if it was successful, the registration will tell you it was successful. Now you can log in because you've already registered. If not, if it wasn't successful and you didn't follow the rules, registration failed, please try again with the correct format. The format being this. So so now we're moving on to the logging in phase. So this part is where the user will have to enter the details that they entered while registering here in the registration section. So now after that, they have to log in with the same details. While logging in, the user will be asked to enter the username that they entered while registering, also the password, and if both things were correct, the login will be successful, and they will be brought to the section where everything, or if you didn't follow, or if you forgot the username, if you forgot the password, this will take you, it will take you back to redo it again if the login details were not correct. So after that, it'll take you back. Then you have to enter the details correctly. And then if you when you've entered everything correctly, this is the screen that you will get. At the end as login successful. So continuing, this is my travel class for the login section. Let's just scroll down. This is where I declared my variables, my private string variables for password, for username, password, cell phone number, first name and last name, which the user will be asked to prompt. There's a public login section. So yeah, so this is where the user will be asked to enter their first name and last name. And also this the username has to have 5 characters, also including an underscore, so it has to be less than 5 characters or letters. But it has to contain an underscore in any in whatever you say. The user has to add an underscore, but the characters have to be less than 5 characters. Okay, moving on to the password section. The password section, this basically tells the user that the characters have to be more than 8, more than 8. So, and they have to be special. Okay, capital letters has to have capital letters. This is me declaring the capital letter, the number, and the special values to the password. So the user has to have a special letter, a capital letter, has a number and a special letter in the password. And moving on to the phone number, the user has to write Azarex from South African International Format, which is a +27, and it cannot start from 0. The 0 is the +27, and it has to be from 0 to 9, and this is locked, so the user cannot prompt more than 10 or more than 9 characters. If that is not reached, the user will be told to please do the whole process again and do as told. And here is where the registration part begins with the username, string password, and the cell phone number. So the user will be asked to enter the username, password, and cell phone from the registration section. So this is basically a build that connects everything together so it can be a flow state. So this is a validation message. If the username is incorrect or is not in correct format, the user will have to rewrite everything. It contains underscore and it is no more than 5 characters in length. If this is correct, if this is followed correctly, then the user will be passed through to the next section if the username is successfully captured. Same as for the password, same thing. If it's not correct, if the format is not followed, this is the message that will be prompted to the user. If and this is what needs to be followed as well. If everything is done correctly, the password will be successfully captured. And then moving on to the cell phone number.
Same thing, same process. This will be prompted, this will be shown, and then if everything is reached, the cell phone number will be also added.